Ben and Mike looked out the front window. They were waiting for Dad to come home with their new puppy. At last, they saw Dad's car coming up the street. Ben and Mike ran to Dad. Dad was holding a tiny brown puppy in his hands. "Look how small the puppy is," said Ben. "She's so tiny," said Mike. "What will you name the puppy?" asked Dad. "Let's call her Izzy," said Mike. "Welcome home, Izzy," said Ben. Dad, Ben, and Mike brought Izzy inside. Mom came down to meet the new puppy. "Mom, this is Izzy," said Mike. He handed the puppy to his mom. Izzy started licking Mom's cheek. "Taking care of Izzy is your job now," Mom said. "We know," said Ben. "It will be fun. We will feed her and take her for walks," said Mike. "She's so tiny," said Ben. "It will be easy." Mom looked at Dad. "We'll see," she said. The next day, Ben and Mike went down for breakfast. When they saw the living room, they froze. "Oh no!" they yelled. Ben and Mike looked around the room. It was a mess. And in the middle of the mess was Izzy. "Izzy, what did you do?" cried Mike. Izzy just wagged her tail. "Let's clean this up before Mom and Dad see it," said Ben. Just then, Mom and Dad walked into the room. "Look at this room," Mom said. "What happened?" Ben and Mike pointed to Izzy. Izzy just wagged her tail. "Did you let Izzy out of her crate?" asked Dad. "Yes," said Mike. "You should not have let her out," said Dad. Just then, Izzy started to run. "Izzy, sit," said Ben. "Izzy, stay," said Mike. But Izzy ran over to chew the couch. "You must teach Izzy what to do," said Dad. "And you must teach her what not to do," said Mom. "We'll make a plan," said Mike. "Yes," said Ben. "We'll call it the puppy plan." Ben and Mike made their plan. Mom said, "Try it for a week. Let's see what you can teach Izzy." The next day, Mike and Ben started the puppy plan. They told Izzy to sit, but Izzy rolled over. They told Izzy to stay, but she ran. They gave Izzy a chew toy, but she chewed on the couch. The next day, Mike and Ben worked on the puppy plan again. Izzy still wouldn't sit. Izzy still wouldn't stay. And Izzy still tried to chew on the couch. "This will never work," cried Mike. Mike and Ben worked on the puppy plan all week. Izzy still wouldn't sit, she wouldn't stay, and she still chewed on the couch. It was time to show Mom and Dad what Izzy could do. Mom said, "We can't wait to see." Mom and Dad sat on the couch. Ben crossed his fingers and said, "Izzy, sit." Izzy looked up at Ben. And Izzy sat. "Good girl," he said, and he gave Izzy a treat. Mike looked at Izzy. "Izzy, stay," he said. And Izzy stayed. Mike couldn't believe it. He gave Izzy a treat. "Good girl," Mike said. Then Ben picked up a chew toy. He held it out to Izzy. "Here, Izzy," he said. But Izzy didn't move. "Here, Izzy," Ben said again. Izzy went over to Ben. She took the toy and began to chew on it. "Wow," said Mom. "Now Izzy can chew the toy and not the couch." "Great job, boys," said Dad. "It was fun," said Mike. We just followed the puppy plan.